The 2025 freshman class is absolutely loaded and will make an immediate impact this season in college basketball. And honestly, this could be one of the best freshman classes we have ever seen. And in today's video, we are breaking down how the best freshmen in college basketball have looked so far in the preseason. But before we jump into the video, if you enjoy the content, please consider dropping a like on the video and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And now, let's jump into it. And to start us off, I want to talk about the #1 ranked freshman in the country, Darryn Peterson, as the Kansas guard already turned all of his preseason hype into a reality by dropping 26 points, 5 steals, and 6 threes in Kansas's exhibition win over the #11 ranked Louisville Cardinals. And what stood out to me wasn't just Peterson's scoring ability, but it was how effortless he made it look, especially in the first half as he accounted for over half of Kansas's offense. He also showed off his elite two-way versatility that looks and feels NBA ready, and Bill Self called him the best freshman he's ever coached, and honestly, after his debut, it's easy to see why, and Peterson looks like a superstar not only in college, but ultimately at some point in the NBA as well. But Peterson wasn't the only Big 12 freshman that balled out in their exhibition debut, as Dybantsa wasted no time showing why he's one of the most anticipated freshmen in the country as well. The 6'9" wing from Utah Prep already has 2 games under his belt and looked the part in both of them. In BYU's first exhibition game against Nebraska, Dybantsa went off for 30 points on 10 of 19 shooting and added in 7 boards, 3 assists, and 3 steals. Then he followed that up with 18 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 blocks in a close win over number 25 North Carolina. And AJ's game just screams NBA ready to me, as he has an elite first step, a smooth mid-range pull-up, and effortless shot creation, and Dybantsa's ability to get to his spots whenever he wants makes him nearly unguardable. But we can't forget about the last of the top 3 freshmen, because Cameron Boozer already looks every bit like Duke's next superstar. The 6'9" power forward has already made a statement this preseason in both of his outings. Against UCF, Boozer dropped 33 points on 12 of 19 shooting, including 4 of 7 from three-point range, while grabbing 12 rebounds and also dishing out 4 assists. And then, in a showdown against number 18 Tennessee and fellow 5-star freshman Nate Ament, Boozer was unstoppable, scoring 24 points and grabbing 23 rebounds, as well as dishing out 6 assists in one of the most dominant preseason performances we've seen in years. And Boozer's combination of strength, skill, and versatility makes him such a tough cover, and he can punish defenders inside, stretch the floor with his shooting, and switch defensively across positions. And he's already stepping into Cooper Flagg's shoes, and honestly, looks poised to keep Duke right in the national title hunt. As I just mentioned, Nate Ament made his exhibition debut against Cam Boozer and the Blue Devils, and in the matchup, Ament was one of Tennessee's lone bright spots, posting a 14-point, 10-rebound double-double despite shooting just 5 of 19 from the field. He battled through Duke's physicality and earned praise from head coach Rick Barnes for his effort and toughness in the game, and looks like he will be one of Tennessee's go-to scoring options alongside Maryland transfer Jacoby Gillespie. The 6'10" forward from Virginia has the skill set every NBA scout drools over, with length, mobility, and the ability to create off the bounce, and the talent is undeniable and is a big reason why he's projected as a top 5 pick in next year's NBA draft. And immense versatility and scoring instincts could make him one of the SEC's best players right away and a centerpiece for Tennessee this season. Louisville freshman Mikel Brown Jr. has had an up and down preseason but has shown flashes of brilliance. The 6'4" guard struggled in his exhibition debut against Kansas, forcing shots and finishing just 2 for 15 from the field with 4 fouls, but his response in Louisville's second preseason matchup versus Bucknell was everything you would hope for. Brown erupted for 28 points, 6 assists, and 4 rebounds in just 26 minutes of play, and hit 8 threes in the game, and also showcased his elite court vision. He played with poise, moved the ball, created for teammates, and thrived as both a catch-and-shoot threat and facilitator. And if this is the version of Brown that can be the norm this season, he can not only be Louisville's offensive centerpiece, but one of the best freshmen in the country. But Arkansas might be the team in the SEC that has the most dynamic freshman backcourt in college basketball this season, with 5-star guards Darius Acuff Jr. and Meleek Thomas. And so far in the preseason, both of these dudes have looked like pros. Acuff is a lightning-quick point guard and seems to have completely reshaped the Razorbacks' offense with his pace and command, and in back-to-back exhibition wins over Cincinnati and Memphis, he scored 17 points in each of them while showing elite feel as a playmaker. Against the Bearcats, he shot 7 for 11 and added 4 assists, and then followed it up on the road against Memphis with 7 dimes and multiple finishes at the rim that were through heavy contact, and his burst, strength, and control make him nearly impossible to keep out of the lane. But Thomas may have been even more impressive as a freshman for Arkansas, as the scoring wing looks every bit like a future first rounder. He opened up with 18 points and 7 boards versus Cincinnati before erupting for 23 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists in a win over Memphis. His shot creation, 3-level scoring, and composure give Arkansas a legitimate go-to option on the perimeter, and together, Acuff and Thomas are the perfect balance, and under John Calipari, this duo could turn Arkansas into a real SEC title contender and one of the most fun teams to watch in the country. And Houston has a trio of highly talented freshmen in Cenac, Kingston, Flemings, and Isiah Harwell, and they're probably the best freshman class the program has ever landed. Cenac Jr. is the headliner, and the 6'11 forward is the highest rated recruit in Houston's modern history, and his debut performance showed exactly why. In the Cougars' 61-52 exhibition win over Mississippi State, Cenac nearly posted a double-double with 9 points, 9 rebounds, to go along with 4 steals and a block, all while anchoring the defense and switching seamlessly across positions. His second half dominance specifically in that game and composure were striking for a freshman, and he already looks like a player capable of helping Houston get back to the national title game. Alongside him, though, 5-star guard Kingston Flemings also started and wasted no time flashing his athleticism and playmaking, and he did a little bit of everything as he scored 5 points, grabbed 4 rebounds, dished out 4 assists, and delivered a highlight reel dunk that showed off his explosiveness. His quickness and defensive intensity fit perfectly in Kelvin Sampson's system, giving Houston a dynamic two-way weapon in the backcourt alongside Milos Uzan. And while fellow freshman Isiah Harwell didn't see as much action, his talent and potential suggest he'll make a major impact as the season unfolds. And the North Carolina Tar Heels have their own 5-star freshman in Caleb Wilson, and he is already showing why he might be North Carolina's next superstar big man. The 6'10 forward has been dominant on both ends of the floor in the preseason. Against BYU, Wilson went for a double-double with 22 points and 10 rebounds on 9 of 17 shooting, and honestly, he outplayed fellow 5-star freshman AJ Dybantsa in several of their one-on-one matchups. And then Wilson followed it up with another double-double performance of 23 points and 10 boards in just 22 minutes of play in the Tar Heels' blowout win over Winston-Salem State. His length, touch, and defensive instincts make him a matchup nightmare, and with this level of early production, Wilson could easily emerge as North Carolina's next one-and-done lottery pick by season's end. Arizona has their own freshman duo with a pair of 5-star freshmen in Peat and Brayden Burries, and Peat is the main guy that people know and has looked polished beyond his years so far, scoring efficiently in both preseason wins for the Wildcats with 10 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 blocks against St. Mary's, and then another strong showing versus Embry-Riddle. His size, versatility, and defensive instincts make him an instant impact player in the Wildcats rotation, but on the other hand, Burries seems to be emerging as one of Arizona's go-to scorers. The explosive guard attacks the rim with confidence, creates his own shot, and plays with an advanced feel both on and off the ball, and both of these freshmen complement each other so well and give Arizona that kind of freshman foundation that can make them a legitimate threat in March. And Kentucky's freshman duo of Jasper Johnson and Malachi Moreno made some headlines of their own in Lexington, and especially Johnson, as the 5-star wing looked fearless in Kentucky's preseason battle against number 1 Purdue, dropping 15 points on 6 of 10 shooting, hitting 3 threes, and handing out 3 assists as well. He showcased his smooth scoring touch and surprising defensive poise against elite competition in the Boilermakers, proving he's much more than just a shooter. And even in Kentucky's exhibition loss to Georgetown, Johnson displayed improved burst and shiftiness, and even flashed some shades of former Wildcat Rob Dillingham. And if his shooting continues into the season like it has been, he could be a one-and-done prospect this year. Meanwhile, fellow Kentucky freshman Malachi Moreno held his own against Purdue's dominant frontcourt, scoring 8 points on 4 of 5 shooting, while adding in 4 rebounds, a steal, and a block. And his poise and physical presence at just 19 years old suggests he's ready to contribute immediately for the Wildcats and possibly even start in the place of injured Jaden Quaintance. And both Johnson and Moreno could have big years for Kentucky this season. Baylor freshman Tounde Yessoufou is another one of the Big 12 star freshmen, as the 5-star opened the Bears preseason with 21 points and 5 threes against Grand Canyon, then followed it up with a 12-point, 9 rebound, and 3 assist game versus Indiana. His strength, length, and relentless motor make him a matchup nightmare on both ends of the floor, and so far he's averaging 16.5 points through 2 games in the preseason for the Bears and will be a big part of Baylor's offense. And Yessoufu's blend of power and skill gives Baylor a difference maker who looks ready to dominate starting day 1 of the regular season. And lastly, UConn's Braylon Mullins wasted no time showing why he was named the Big East Preseason Freshman of the Year, as the 5-star shooting guard scored 12 points and 4 of 9 shooting in UConn's 71-52 exhibition win over Boston College, and he flashed a smooth scoring ability and jumper in that outing, but unfortunately, a recent ankle injury will sideline him for 6 weeks, which is a big blow for the Huskies, especially with the strength of their non-conference schedule early on. But once Mullins is back and healthy, I'm expecting him to make a major impact for UConn and be one of the reasons the Huskies could win their 3rd national title in the last 4 years. But that wraps it up for today's video. Let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts are on this year's freshman class in college basketball, and who do you think is going to dominate this season. Also, if you enjoyed the content, don't forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. And with the season finally here, make sure and stay tuned for more college basketball content. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.